Hello, my name is Diego, and the book that I chose for section 2 is called Pancakes by Eric Carle. So, this story is basically about a boy named Jack who wakes up one morning and he's craving a big pancake breakfast. He asks his mother to make some, but because she is too busy, she makes Jack go around their village to collect the ingredients to make the pancakes. So throughout his whole journey, he collects various ingredients like wheat, eggs, milk, and wood. But not only does he collect them, but he learns where these ingredients actually come from. So he doesn't go to a store just to collect these ingredients. He actually goes to um, like a like a cow to get the milk, or to chickens to get the eggs. So by the end of the book, his mother gives him the recipe to make the pancakes himself. So it's like a recipe in sequence, and he eventually learns how to make his own pancakes. So if I would describe the visuals of this book, if you guys remember the illustrations in the Very Hungry Caterpillar, it's very similar. It's like this. It's by the same author. That's why the illustrations are very similar. The colors are very vibrant. The illustrations are like painted. I think this is really good for students, younger students who um, like these kind of pictures, just because it's they'll probably engage with these books more. Um, so these colors include like blue, green, yellow, orange. It's seen throughout the whole book. Um, Another thing about these illustrations is it follows the text. So, for example, when Jack goes to get milk, it says his mother says, "Now we need milk." Jack went to see the spotted cow and began to milk her. "Moo, moo," said the spotted cow as the milk squirted into the pail. So that's what the text says, but the illustration, it shows what the text is saying. So I think that would help the readers better visualize what's happening throughout the story. Um, so I picked a couple of genres that could fall into the book. So one genre is a children's picture book, because both the text and the pictures show the progression and story of the book. There's text, there's pictures. It's mostly geared for children. Another genre that I chose is fiction, because although the techniques shown in the book are factual, and the ingredients used to make pancakes are factual, the characters in the villages are fictional and made up. And I don't know if this is appropriate, but another genre that I picked was recipes, just because in the last couple pages of the book there's a recipe to make pancakes. Um, so it could, maybe it's not fully a recipe book, but I just chose it for this assignment. So a direct quote from the book that I chose is from the last page, where Jack says, "Oh, mama, I know what to do now." And he's eating the pancake. I like this quote just because it reveals to us, the readers, that Jack has shown growth throughout the book. At the beginning of the book, he did not know how to make pancakes, but as we see, as the story progresses, um, he gets the ingredients to know. He gets the ingredients to make the pancakes. So he's showing that he's becoming more knowledgeable on how to make pancakes. And throughout the book, he would always ask, like, "Oh, it's time to make pancakes now." But then someone would always stop. His mother would always tell him, "No, we're missing an ingredient." And then he'll go on and continue to find the ingredients. Um, so it just shows growth, that he's not really stubborn. He doesn't give up. He's just trying to get the ingredients to make the pancakes, which is his overall goal. It helps the reader understand that just because you might not know how to do something at first, once you have the experience and you follow the instructions properly, you'll eventually get to your goal. And that's what I really think. I really think children should understand and be shown that message early, not late, during their school. Um, for strengths and weaknesses, again, I said that a huge strength of this book is how the text and the illustrations go hand in hand with each other. Um, it helps readers see what is happening in the text through the pictures. Um, if a student sees just text, they might not know what is actually happening in the story, or they miss certain details um, that are in the text. But if I had to give a weakness of the book, I would say that some of the words that are used may not be readable for very young children, like threshing, millstone, churn. So I think this book could be read out loud to the children, and then the teacher could just explain what these words mean, or again, the illustrations, they may help aid the students to understand what these words mean because these illustrations are showing what the text is saying. Um, but if this was like an independent read, I do think this book is good for maybe second, third graders who are who may have more advanced vocabulary and comprehension. Um, there's different ways that this book could be used in a classroom setting. So what I thought is first, before or after finishing the book for the first time, I would have a discussion with the students about the ingredients shown in the book, and then I would ask them these following questions like what ingredients were used to make the pancakes and where can we get these ingredients, just to see if they remember the details in the book. I just want to assess where they are. After the discussion, we can finally do an activity where I dedicate a section of the classroom to represent like a field, like a wheat field, or a specific animal, or a water wheel, or any other type of equipment that was used in the book. Um, then I will test the students by giving them an ingredient that was shown in the book, and then I'll have them try to guess where they could find that ingredient. Like, does the ingredient come from an animal? Did it come from the field? Did it come from, again, any other equipment that was shown in the book? Um, as they become more familiar with the concept of where to find certain foods, they can work together, and the students with ingredients could, mix their ingredients to see if they could make their own pancakes if they remember how to make it. Like how many cups of milk they need. Um, so they'll need to work together, and I believe this activity will help students more understand and grasp what is shown in the book while knowing where the ingredients actually came from, and also gives them the opportunity to work together and develop their social and communication skills.